sure you're in focus.
I think we're in focus. I think we're money. Cool. Are we good to go?
Yeah, you ready?
We're live. Welcome into the KENS 5 Digital Center. Bill Taylor on a Monday night. Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. It was a lot cloudier than I thought it would be on Saturday. All right, full disclosure. I'm going to be honest with you here. I really was shocked at how cloudy it was first thing Saturday. I'm driving up I-35 to New Braunfels at like 7 a.m. Saturday, and it's already drizzly and cloudy, so the atmosphere ramped up fast. I mean, you remember how beautiful Friday was. I thought Saturday morning will be okay, and then by the afternoon we'll cloud up and maybe a little drizzle, right? No, everything moved up quick. And so Sunday didn't get a whole lot of rain, which was great, but it did have that cloudy feel, that humid feel of setting things up for now a good 4 days, if you count yesterday. And I do, as kind of a just gloomy, wet, damp pattern, because now the cold front's south of us. So now it's going to be downright cold and miserable on Tuesday, because we've got a very good chance of rain, and highs are going to be maybe in the mid-50s if we get there, lower 50s, and with a north breeze, it's going to feel like the 40s all day tomorrow. Luis, how you doing? Hola, Southside. There's Santa Maria. ¿Cómo estás? Gloria, good to see you. Hola, ¿cómo estás? The weather, Paul, is going to be ugly tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day you set PTO. You got some new 2020 PTO? Tomorrow's the first day. Calling sick tomorrow, I'm telling you. Tomorrow's just going to be a raw one. So if, yeah, it's already cold outside. I was going to say, if you want to go get gas tonight, get it. But, oh, Casey's at the rodeo. Are you live in the rodeo? Are you in the arena right now, Casey? Who's playing tonight? Tell us about the concert. Hot in Cotulla today. Good to see you. How you doing, Hanak? Right? And tomorrow's going to be a lot different, I promise you. Warm this morning. I know, this morning I was actually using AC, and then when I left for dinner, I get in the car and the AC's on, and of course that blasts you, and you got to turn that heat up real quick because it was chilly. What up, Tracy? Good to see you. Gabriella. Universal City. Sandy's here from the UC. Irma, okay, so great question. I don't think we're going to see widespread flooding. I do think we're going to see some isolated issues. I think we're going to see the usual suspects, you know, the data points, the almost, you know, Marbach and 410. You know, some of these areas that are susceptible are probably going to see some pretty good, you know, isolated flooding issues. But that's probably going to be Wednesday morning, I think. It's going to be Wednesday morning on that. Spring Branch and JC's here. Good to see you. Rain in Corpus, probably Ricardo by tomorrow for sure. Good, it is, Gloria. Tomorrow, Caldo weather for sure. No, I don't think so. Did I? How you doing, Marie? Good evening, Sharon. Good to see you, David. Thanks, man. Elmendorf, absolutely, Angela. Yeah, rain overnight. So you can see that radar's been quiet for the last several hours. Let me back this up 12 hours. And we'll even put a few more counties on the map. See that squall line develop? It was about 10:30, 11 o'clock this morning. It moved from south to north across the city. Watch it right here. There it is. Yeah, right about 11 o'clock. And then a second cell, you see the one that develops west around Rock Springs and Camp Wood. It's going towards Kerrville. Here it comes right here. And then it dives south and develops south of Medina Lake. So there was some small hail, radar indicated. We did not have a confirmed storm report. Now, as I say that, let's just double check, since I checked it last, because storm reports will come in all night or all day. You know, it just depends on when somebody, no, nothing. So no storm report given on that, but there was a radar indicated cell producing hail, possibility of hail. So there was a severe thunderstorm warning. It was about 2 o'clock this afternoon. Just south of Kerrville, east towards Bandera. It was just like north of Bandera, between Bandera and Kerrville, essentially. Yeah, it'll definitely reach San Diego if it hasn't already, Irma. Dilly. Yes, definitely. Tomorrow, light rain, and then storms on Wednesday morning. There's Converse. Hi, Melinda. Yeah, pretty much, Gerald. A good soaker tomorrow. Most of the day, on and off showers. What's up, Yolanda? Good to see you. Thanks, Rudy. I appreciate it. It'll be breezy, yes, but not, I wouldn't call windy. I want to say 15 to 18 miles an hour. We'll call that breezy. No, Georgia, I don't think, maybe Wednesday morning. So let's take a look at what we've got. On the map is this frontal boundary that went south of us, brought us in this colder air, but you can still see Lower to mid 70s, Brownsville and Corpus Christi tonight. So some of this cold air hasn't filtered into deep South Texas. But while we're at 53, Amarillo's at 29, Dallas 40. So it's modifying as it descends, obviously. But look out to the west. See this Pacific front? Southern Arizona trailing off through the Baja. That's the front that will ignite the storms on Wednesday morning. So we still have that, you know, it's got to move through all of Mexico before it gets here, and that's why it's not going to be tomorrow. It's going to be Wednesday morning, probably before sunrise, that Pacific front swings in, and we could have some storms develop. Right, Micah? See, and the grass is staying wet now for several days. That's going to be brutal. Vanessa, how are you? Good news? I want to hear good news, Vanessa. I don't want to hear coughs. What's going on? Thursday's looking good. Mary, Raul, we're looking good. And we're going to get a great Valentine's Day after all this. The system is out before Friday. Howdy, Inez. Allergy report. Absolutely, Solomon. Let's take a look. Or is it Laura? It's Laura? Let's see real quick, and then we're going to go to future radar, guys. So stand by. We'll get a little allergy report update. It was molds going heavy, but now day 2 without cedar. Good sign. Once we go 4, 5 days without cedar showing up, cedar season's over. And if that is the case, this will be a little early, because early estimates from Shannon Siring, our allergy expert, was mid-February. She was saying Valentine's Day would be probably when the season wrapped up. But I haven't seen cedar in 2 days now, so that's a good start to the end of the season. Not saying it's over, but if we can get a couple more days with nothing showing up, it's over. All right, let's take a look. Future radar. We're still going to be getting setup showers tomorrow morning. We won't see storms develop on Tuesday because we don't have that front swinging in from the west. That's what's going to ignite a surface feature that can power up some of these thunderstorms, okay? We need that surface trigger. We've got the environment ready now, and we'll get more southerly winds and Gulf influence during the day Tuesday, so the atmosphere stays nice and ripe, and that's why we'll see showers develop overnight. Look, 4:15 a.m. That's good coverage, especially if you're going up I-10 that early. Deb, it's getting close. Angelica wants an ice day, just a little work break, right? You've got new PTO, don't you, tomorrow? Take it, if you can. I don't want to get you in trouble, Angelica. Bill said I could. I can't sign notes. I can't do that. I mean, I can. I just don't think it'll do you any good. Yeah, this is nice. Tell Bill Taylor he's a really nice guy. Thank goodness. Kick cedar to the curb. Well, I'm not saying it's done. Don't quote me on that, Santa Maria. Don't say cedar. I'll palm in randomly. Yeah, it's true. Shh. Don't say it loud. Cedar. Last blast of cold. No, Tammy, I think we'll have probably another cold front or two. Remember, we still have all of this month and sometimes March. We've had freezing. In fact, I think last March, we had a freeze in March. Rain makes it does, Carrie. And that's why tomorrow is going to be brutal. And even today, right? The Carpenter, I was saying, rainy days and Mondays. The Carpenters were like the first little emo group back in the 70s. They were emo before emo. And they were like, rainy days and Mondays always get me. It was just so, it was a sad song. Well, if it's a rainy Monday, it's even like compounded. But it was brutal today. And there's a positive correlation between air pressure and your biorhythms. It happens. When air pressure drops, you are sluggish. When high pressure and sinking air is in place, usually cloud-free blue skies, ask kindergarten and first grade teachers how those days are. They're brutal because the air, it has something to do with your biorhythms, and high pressure increases like kids, you know, they go bonkers on those days. They really do. It's like you gave everybody a Snickers bar. They all went nuts. What's going on? February loco, March a little bit more. Okay, so when I grew up, Deb, in New Jersey, they always said, March comes in like a lion and out like a lamb. That was always the month of transition because you'd still have winter going strong first couple weeks and then out like a lamb because it would be spring weather by the end of the month. But we do that in a week in Texas, right? Sometimes a day. That's how it was today. I mean, we started around 70 and then we fall all the way back into the mid-50s by dinner time and a cold north wind. So you see what happens with light rain, moderate showers up I-10 and 281 corridors before sunrise tomorrow. And it really holds there. Notice that the model keeps the rain and then picks it up in intensity by 9:30 to 10 a.m. Oh, there we go. That could be a thunderstorm west of Kerrville by 10 a.m. and then quiets things down, moves more into San Antonio at that hour as well, notice, okay? You see another little shower develop, but you can see that the heavier rain is concentrated out west, and that's good because that's where they need more rain. There's some severe drought areas up northwest of us as well as east of us. San Antonio's in pretty good shape, actually, when it comes to the drought. But the western communities, eastern communities, all need rain. So now we've got really good coverage into tomorrow's rush hour. The evening rush hour looks very wet for San Antonio Tuesday. So be aware of that. Notice right up that 281 corridor, I-35, into this time tomorrow night through midnight. Now, this is when that Pacific front comes into action. Notice how the storms now change over, and you see things ramping up out to our west, 1:30 in the morning Wednesday, and then developing. That looks like a real good line by 2 a.m. Wednesday morning. Good night, Diana. Sleep well. May, any updates on coronavirus evacuees? Oh, good question. Any big updates on the evacuees? Still under 100 people, right? No one's gotten the virus. Everyone? Okay. So we're still in good shape. No one here has the virus. Week and a half under quarantine before they're released. Your broom stood right before I took it out for a spin. There's a good one, Vanessa. All right, so now this is the heavy storm line that we see developing along that Pacific front, okay? 2 a.m. Wednesday. Now for the city, it looks like it could, look at that, right on top of New Braunfels at 3 a.m., okay? So these could be the storms that kind of wake us up in the overnight. Couple things here. If we've got an atmosphere this primed up that this could be the result at 3 in the morning, that's pretty impressive. Because, see, typically you need some daytime heat to generate this kind of energy. But I'm going to show you what's also at work here with this surface feature of the Pacific front swinging through. That's going to be the focus point, but there's a bigger energy source, as I'll show you in just a moment. So there's that line, and it holds together through the city by 6 a.m. Boy, before the sun's up, looks like we've got most of the heavy rain east of us by 7 a.m. Wednesday morning. And then a pretty cloudy day, and we should dry out fast behind this system, I'll tell you that, because once this low kicks east, that's going to be the big factor. So let me show you why we're going to see a chance of those stronger storms. You're welcome, May. Good night, Georgia. Sleep well. It's always, Robert, you should predict it, right? I'm the only one up on that set asked every night to look into the future. Nobody else has to do that. Does Ryan Nagel? No, he doesn't. Deborah Knapp does not have to look into the future. I've got to look into the future. So it's not easy, and it's Texas. All right, so low. See that closed circle right over the Baja, Southern California? That's the area of low pressure. That's the center. Comes through the four corners. It opens up. It does not say, this is what we call opening up. That low starts to open up, which means it's not strengthening. If it strengthens and stays tight, that's when it's got a lot more energy and a lot more instability. Now, this is where it comes into play. Notice Wednesday, 8 a.m., 8:30, okay? This is Wednesday morning. Not that these times are matching up exactly, but if they're within a few hours of each other, that's accurate enough at this level, I promise you. Because we were just looking at surface radar models, now we're looking at upper air models. They're going to be off by several hours. I mean, to expect them to match up is like asking, to find a needle in a haystack kind of thing. I want to explain to you what this means, what you're looking at. This low and now centered over southeast New Mexico. So you see those isobar lines. Those are lines connecting equal areas of pressure. We're connecting the dots. All right, the dots would be air pressure. And for every area that's the same, we draw one line from that area to the next. So we're lined up all equal areas of pressure. If we're changing that pressure a lot in a small area, like you see over to the words San Antonio, see how those lines are stacking up? That's increased instability. That means the winds at 20,000 feet are moving. They're cooking, maybe 150 miles an hour. And what happens, surface air is rising up to replace what's leaving. It's when the atmosphere is trying to balance itself out because it realizes, okay, you're losing air up there. I'm going to send more air up into that area so that you can balance it. You're losing, I'm going to try to replace. Well, that process creates an environment of lift and buoyancy in the atmosphere, okay? You have a lot of just rising air in that region, and that's why you power up these growing thunderstorms. Santos, yes, be very careful. I think Wednesday morning, again, but the timing could not be better because 3 in the morning means a lot of us are home. 3 in the morning means we don't have daytime heating to help power up these storms. It's also an ingredient that can lead to dangerous weather. The good news is that we keep it pretty cloud-filled tomorrow. You know, without a lot of sunshine tomorrow, the atmosphere is not going to further destabilize. Because here's the thing working against those storms predicted for Wednesday morning. The lack of moisture and energy in our atmosphere. Our atmosphere is stabilizing fast. Look at these dew points, 45, and look what the winds are going to be doing. They're going to stay out of the north through tomorrow. That's 7 a.m. There's noon, and it's going to be breezy tomorrow. Cold north wind all day tomorrow. Okay, we talked about this. Now here's the second part of tonight's little get-together. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Margie. Crazy today, right? Started out in the 70s, ends in the, well, mid-50s. Not bad, but a north wind, it feels cold outside. In fact, let's take a look. What do the feels like temperatures feel like out there? Where are you? There we are. It feels like 53 here, 43 Bernie, 37 Rock Springs. Not too bad on the wind chills. But they'll be a little more brutal tomorrow morning. Let's take a look at those. Future feels like 7 a.m. first stop. And we've got 43, 39. Not brutal, but cold. It'll be the low to mid 40s. So here's the reality of tomorrow, okay? Temperature-wise, here's your low. We're above freezing. That's the good news. Even though it's chilly outside, we will not see 30s in San Antonio. Instead, 40s. But then going into tomorrow afternoon, look what happens. The temperatures, there's 3 p.m. and we're at 50. We just get to 50, maybe 51. So this model gives us a high of 51 tomorrow. 51. And the wind chill tomorrow is going to be brutal all day because the north wind stays in place and stays breezy. So the future, I showed 7 a.m. wasn't bad, but look, oh, it's Wednesday morning. Even by Tuesday afternoon, it still feels like the 40s. It'll feel like the 40s all day tomorrow. And then that rain will continue as well, okay? So keep in mind a very cold, damp day tomorrow. Saturday looks good, Vanessa. An isolated shower returns to the forecast by the weekend. Let's go to the 7-day forecast. Vanessa's getting us there from the beautiful San Antonio Riverwalk. Your 7-day forecast. 54. So I'm optimistic. I just showed you a model that stopped it at 51. So maybe I bump it and go with a compromise of 52, 53 for tomorrow. Either way, it'll feel like the 40s all day and an 80% chance of rain, okay? Then rain stays very likely Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. I showed you that that's where the storms could fire. Could see a couple of strong ones, and there's really not a risk of severe. That's the good news. We could just see some isolated stronger storms. We're not expecting severe. The apple cider vinegar, what does it work for and how to use it? Oh, it's a good news break story. I love apple cider vinegar. When you're losing your voice, if your allergies are bothering you, apple cider vinegar. Gargle with it. It's a surefire cure when we lose our voice in television. We've all got, there's apple cider vinegar in this building right now. If you've got any kind of voice issue, you start gargling with it like every 15 minutes. Some people will dilute it because it's such a strong, but I'm okay. If you can do it straight, do it straight. Gargle and then swallow it, just like a couple tablespoons and, you know, for a couple minutes and then, you know, swallow it and do that every 15 to 30 minutes and your voice will come right back. Jana Bounds, what's up, my friend? I love you to death. How you doing? This is ugly weather tomorrow. This is it. Stay in Netflix movie weather tomorrow. Ugh. 54 is a long shot. I just mentioned that if you're just joining us. Tomorrow might be only about 51 or 52. Rainy through Wednesday. Now, the good news is that 80% down to 70, all before noon Wednesday. I might have to change that graphic and put a little smidge of sun coming out Wednesday afternoon. It really looks like some of the models are leaning in that direction. I don't want to do it until tomorrow. I'm not that confident that we clear out for a little bit of sun Wednesday, but it could happen. Thursday for sure, Friday for sure, beautiful days. And then the clouds start coming back in. Saturday, Sunday, isolated showers as we warm back up into the 70s. Good night to you as well, Irma. Thank you very much. Yeah, Vanessa, you're going to try the apple cider? Apple cider vinegar, I'm telling you. It's a cure-all. And then I also used to do it as just kind of a healthy drink. It helped with my agita. Italians, we called it agita. Acid reflux, heartburn. Apple cider vinegar, water, and honey. And what I would normally do is I warm up the water and then put the honey in and then, you know, get that honey all mixed and kind of diluted, I guess you could call it, and then add in the apple cider vinegar and then just drink that. No gargle with it, just drink it. It's a drink. With a little bit of gin. No, I'm kidding, no gin. Address the broom challenge, the myth about the Earth's gravitational pull. So Jason, I have no idea what that's about. I really don't know what that's about. Jackson, you know about the broom challenge? Is that a viral challenge?
It is literally sweeping the internet.
Oh, and he did not. The great Jackson Floyd said that the broom challenge is literally sweeping the internet. Ladies and gentlemen, Jackson Floyd.
It's a hoax. I mean, it's...
And it has to do with gravitational pull?
The theory is based on the Earth's location in the solar system right now, in relation to the sun. Gravity is in a certain, is working in a certain way to keep your broom straight up, and it only works tonight. But it's not.
Okay, right. It only, yeah. That's like the egg on the equinox.
That's cute, yeah.
It's cute, but it's just not true. Okay. Yeah, because we're spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. There's so much going on. But that's fun. Build the aquifer before summer. Yeah, that's what we did last summer. How many years has it been since we haven't had water restrictions? I can't remember. Going a summer without stage 1 at least? We didn't go to stage 1 this summer. That was amazing. And the aquifer, very healthy now, over 670, cooking. Vanessa says her broom stood. And it'll probably stand tomorrow.
I mean, yeah, put a little honey
And
at the bottom of the
uh-oh, Ray Silva coming to the rescue. Here we go. The broom challenge has arrived. Jackson, thank you, sir, on camera, is going to zoom out.
There you go.
So this broom should stand thanks to our tilt, our position, and our Earth's
And my Jedi mind trick.
and Ray's Jedi mind
That's right,
tricks.
my Jedi mind tricks.
So we've got our broom. Here we are in the KENS 5 Digital Center. So do I do anything else? Just let go,
that I know of.
right?
Just see what happens.
I want it to work.
That was close.
Do the bristles matter? I mean, maybe the bristles are...
I don't know if you can handle it.
It's a hoax.
Vanessa, do you have the better bristles? Vanessa's broom stood.
Well, look at that.
Ours is standing. OMG. It is literally standing. It literally just fell. Oh, my God.
I
Literally.
gotta sweep the set, Bill.
Thank you, Ray. Dun, 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 like the Apollo, right? Wow, we did it. Thanks, Ray. Ray Silva, everybody, and the 2020 Broom Challenge. Jackson Floyd, thank you, my brother. It takes a village right here at KENS 5. Great team, best team in the business. Love you guys, and I mean that. All right. Say it ain't so. My broom stood. See, Vanessa's stood. Ours didn't stand. Chris Angel was so awesome Friday night. Where'd you see? You went and saw Chris Angel, Irma? Really? Or on TV?
Mind Freak was at the Majestic.
Mind Freak was at the Majestic, so Irma went. Did you go?
No.
Yes. I would so go if somebody said, hey, I got tickets to Mind Freak. Let's do this. I would be there. Although David Blaine is pretty entertaining, too. I'd like to see that. Those are fun. Hey, Bill, you've been coming in clutch on Saturdays, girlfriend's grandfather's. This past Saturday, had your 4th date to the rodeo. Now let's make a special Friday for Valentine's, officially with her to be her boyfriend. Whoa, Brian, that's a lot of pressure, man. Wow. I mean, so you're asking me to go 3 for 3 on Friday. I got you. I think I got you. It's a beautiful Friday night for Valentine's. I'm serious. It is 100% chance of romance because Friday's high 57, so look at Saturday's low 46. and I'd go at about 52, 53 dinner time temps. That's perfect. That's sitting outside with a jacket. The winds should not be bad. They're going to be east and under 10 during the day Friday. We won't have the wind speeds. Friday's looking good. You're welcome, Brian. Okay? You're welcome. And we'll go to the other discipline. He did it, Mark, and it worked? All right. Let's go down to the train tracks with our brooms tonight. Want to do it? Let's go down. We'll go down to the train tracks with brooms and see what happens. All right? All the folklores will dovetail. I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday night. I gotta get ready for the newscast. We're getting ready to update you on Eyewitness News at 10. What's the big story tonight, Ashley? No, the big, what's our promotable? We had a big, the Keurig. You have a Keurig? You better watch out. We have Keurigs here at the station. I did make a cup this month. But I'd be lying if I said I've been waiting since Friday. The first time I saw that tease, it scared me. So we're doing something about Keurig coffee pots, if you've got one, tonight at 10. All right. Adios. Stay safe. God bless you. I love you. I really mean that, San Antonio. And we'll see you on Eyewitness News at 10. Good night from the KENS 5 Digital Center. Say good night, Jackson.
Good night.